Hi guys, I'm Rick. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making a tomato pasta sauce with meat. Okay, I have my pot here heating up, and I'm going to start out with a pound of ground hamburger. Now this here hamburger, it's 80-20, so it has enough fat in it. I don't need to add any grease or anything in here, oil or nothing. If you use a leaner beef, you might want to add some olive oil or vegetable oil in there. I'm just going to chop this hamburger up. And if you like sausage, use sausage instead, or sausage with this. You can also use turkey if you want to go more lean, but I like my spaghetti sauce with, I call it spaghetti sauce, my pasta sauce. I like with beef in it. Alright, I'm halfway through the browning process of the beef. Now I'm going to add in one medium chopped onion. That way that onion can start to cook with that beef. I don't know if you can see that. This is 80-20 and there's very little fat in there, so I'm not even going to worry about draining that off. But for like 73-27, I would have to drain it because it'd be all fat, but this is a lean beef. But if you want any leaner, like I said, add some sort of oil in there, shortening or vegetable oil or olive oil, something like that. And then we'll let that continue to cook for a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to add in 15 fork spoon of chopped garlic. That'd be equal to about, I don't know, a tablespoon of garlic. You also use fresh if you have it. I'm just using what I have on hand. Now I'm going to add in some tomato juice. If you want to get a little fancy, you can use V8 for more flavor. Tomato juice works just fine. I'm not adding quite the whole can in because I'm going to drink the rest of this. Alright. I'm also going to add in, now these are small cans of tomato sauce, they're 8 ounces. That's all my store had, but you can add in one big can, like a 14-ounce can or so of tomato sauce. That'll work just fine also. Whatever you can get your hands on. I'm going to add 2 of these in. And I'm going to add in one 6-ounce can of tomato paste. Yeah, I guess I should have drained some of that fat off there, but I'll skim some of this off the top. I didn't realize there was that much in there. Okay, give this a stir. Okay, now I'm going to allow this to cook just for a little bit to blend all the sauce and the paste together before I add my seasonings, because that'll help equal out the tomato flavor. It won't just taste like tomato juice then. Alright, I allowed this to cook a little bit. I reduced the heat down to medium because if I didn't, it'd be splashing sauce everywhere. Now the first ingredient I'm going to add in here is I'm going to add in some salt. You don't need a whole lot. We'll start out with about a half a teaspoon. And the most important thing to do with this is taste. You want to taste it after you add everything to make sure you get it right. So now I'm going to give this a taste for salt. use a hair more. Alright, give this a stir. I'm using the same spoon because it's just me and my family eating this, so that doesn't matter. That's good. Alright. Now the next ingredient is sugar. We're going to start with 2 tablespoons. You don't want it super sweet, but you want it tasting good, so you start out slow. So I stir in my sugar, 2 tablespoons worth. And making homemade sauce isn't very hard, and let me tell you, it tastes a heck of a lot better than that jarred sauce. First time you eat it, you'll love it, and you won't want to go back to the jarred. I could use a little more sugar. We'll go 1 more tablespoon. Give that a stir. Now, if you were to make meatballs, you wouldn't have to chop up hamburger in here. You would just make your meatballs and bake them off in the oven for a few minutes to brown them and get the grease off, and then drop them in your sauce after you have it seasoned. That tastes good with sugar. Okay. Should have got my spices together ahead of time, but oh well. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to add in, turn this down a little more here. I'm going to add in some Italian seasoning. I'm going to try a teaspoon's worth of that. Give that a stir. And give that a taste. A little bit more. Now this is all it tastes. If you like your spicier, go heavier. If you don't, use less. Alright, give that a taste. That's good. Now I'm going to add in some oregano. About a teaspoon worth. Alright, taste test. That tastes good with oregano. Some celery seed. About a half teaspoon. That goes pretty far. Stir that up. And let me give it a taste. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to add in is some seasoning salt. This is strictly to your own preference. It's optional. I just like the taste of it in there. If you want to use fresh celery instead of celery seed, go ahead. It's just I don't use it fast enough and it goes bad, so I use the celery seed. And more. That's tasting pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this, but not with a lid, because if you put a lid on, your sauce is going to be too runny. And if you don't put something over it, it's going to decorate your kitchen. So I got one of these splash guard screens. If you don't have one, get one. They're cheap and they really save you trouble. So I'm going to cook this on low for a few minutes to thicken it up, and I'm going to boil some water over here for some spaghetti. And when I get it done, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, I went ahead and cooked this sauce for about 15 minutes while my spaghetti cooked. If you want it thicker, go ahead and cook it longer. The longer and lower you cook it, the thicker it'll get. Alright, get some spaghetti on here. Put this sauce on here with meat in it. And finish it off with a little grated Parmesan cheese. Okay. There you have it. Really quick and simple tomato pasta sauce with hamburger in it. Hope you try it, because I know you're going to like it. Until next time, see ya.